deal.
ほう、向かってくるのか。
Just like any MMO, Mabinogi is full of information that's sure to overwhelm any new player. My name is Lightdarksnake, and this video has been designed to offer up tips to beginning new players to help ease them of their troubles that they may have as a, well, new player. And real quick, before we begin, I'd just like to give some credit to my friend Yuki000 of the Alexandria server. Yuki has helped compile this list with me, offering ideas as well as fact-checking a lot of different things to make this as accurate as much as possible. So thank you so much, Yuki, for all the help. This guide will assume that you know basic details about the game, such as terms like rebirthing, total level, how to get AP, and what it's used for. And one final note before we get into the tips, guys, is that this guide assumes that you are coming at Mabby with a brand new account with no pre-existing characters on it. If you have an account with characters already above 1k, your experience will vary greatly. Tip number 1. Memoir. Before you dive into this tip, I have a disclaimer for this one. To get the most out of this tip, one should do these quests during a 2-time event, meaning an event that doubles your gains in EXP or AP. To get double the AP for your character is such a great feeling, guys. It helps out your character's growth so much with skills. But ultimately, how you play this game is up to you, so these events come and go, and they may not appear for quite a while, so if you want to wait for these events, go for it. If not, do whatever makes you happy. Memoir is a beginner-leveled questline designed to help accelerate a player's entry into the game. Think of it as a boost of some sort to help you get into the mid-game faster. These quests offer up a ton of EXP, guys. We're talking about millions, and for those who are below total level 5k, so that's mostly designed for you guys for this guide, you will receive up to 24 million EXP per quest. This is probably one of, if not the fastest leveling option for beginners of the game when you're a, well, weak new player. And with a lot of EXP, you get a lot of AP from each level you gain. So with that said, get started on ranking up those skills so you can gain those stats as well, guys. To begin Memoir, simply finish Lorna and Pan's beginner questline. Once that's done, go to the Barton Square and then talk to Blanded. Tip number 2. Production rate and prod parties. Ever tried crafting something at Mabby and found out you had a really low success rate with it? And if you fail, well, the game will consume those mats, and that will make things a tad sadder. So, how can we increase the success rate? Well, a simple answer maybe is just to get the rank 1 production mastery. But we can actually increase this further by using prod parties, production parties. And by the way, this does stack with your production mastery rank, so be sure to take advantage of this. First, open up your party menu. By default, it should be P. Party board, and find a party that has the lines that says minimum production mastery rank 1, F, or whatever. Whatever you get yourself into will give you a nice increase regardless. And look at that. You get a nice increase. If you don't meet the minimum requirement, or if you find that all parties are full, go ahead and make your own party. The best part about these parties is that they don't stay full forever. And if all else fails, guys, just get the rank 1 production mastery. It's a fairly easy rank to get to, and you just gotta put on your favorite anime or music and just autocraft. Tip number 3. Faster skill training. Training skills initially may seem like an easy task. You look at a training method, bust it out, and you rank up your skill. However, at higher ranks, you'll start to notice that you need to make at least 300 finest silks? Okay, well, how can we speed this up? Multipliers exist for training methods as well, to increase the amount of training EXP you get for a skill. An example of a multiplier could be your talent. The skills corresponding to your talent that's selected will receive a bonus to training, thus speeding up the method. Another multiplier can be received by having a high level. At current level 100, you'll receive an extra 50% for training methods. After that, every 10 levels you get 5%, up to 100% at level 200, the max of the game. Other multipliers even include skill EXP pots and events. And the best part about some of these is that they end up stacking, so when you need to work on those pesky life skills such as Hillwind Engineering or Magicraft, these guys go a long way in terms of helping you get through those ranks. Tip number 4. Free AP from training talent skills. Every talent will offer up free AP after reaching a certain stage in that talent, beginning with Fledgling offering 30 AP, Naive with 40, Senior with 60, and Expert at 100. It is also worth noting that you can actually dabble in a certain talent just purely for AP gains for necessary skills that you're currently working on, and then you can finish that talent eventually in the future when you come back to it. Commonly, Apothecary is used for this kind of talent. It only has 3 skills: herbalism, potion making, and production mastery, making it extremely easy to acquire expert with the least amount of AP spent in these skills. Once you hit expert apothecary, you can always go back to Duncan for a skill reset, effectively getting all the AP you lost and still acquiring the ones that you gotten from the talent stages in apothecary. It is also worth noting that anyone can reset with Duncan. If you're below 1k, you can reset for free, but if you're above that, you're going to need to pay some money, and the fee can rack up to the millions if you keep doing this. Tip number 5. Dailies. Making it an effort to do dailies is a great way to give yourself something to do in the vast world of Mabby. Dailies can award you with gold, EXP, or AP through AP coupons when redeemed. There are so many dailies out there, but for now, I'm going to list a few of them that you should do each day. Shadow missions. Shadow missions award you with EXP, 1 adventure seal, which can be talked about in another video, so collect those up for now, and 15 AP coupons, and when 10 are redeemed, you get 1 free AP for your character. The harder the mission, the more EXP you'll get, and it's worth noting that if you tag along in higher level difficulties, you'll get even more EXP, so if you ask nicely, you can leech off a high level player if they don't mind. But if you don't care about the EXP, then just run the lowest difficulty so you can get the rewards at the end. There are 2 SM quests per day, so be sure to get those AP coupons and free gold out of the way. Renowns. Renowns are simple tasks that one can do in order to increase their character stats such as HP, stamina, MP, or even critical damage increase. These tasks include things such as creating items, succeeding in creating those items, or even failing, and also gathering resources in the world. Check the requirements for each renown. Eventually, if you keep this up, you'll find yourself with a bigger health pool so you can take more hits easily. And one last daily I'll list here is Homestead. Collect 10 stones a day so you can upgrade your homestead faster or utilize different types of functions. I could devote a whole video to dailies, guys, but for now I'll just leave it with these ones. And a quick note, dailies are set at 10 AM Eastern or 7 AM Pacific. Tip number 6. Free pets. Pets are a big aspect of Mabby, and having a lot of them is not a bad thing, especially if they're free. Of course, you get your beginner horse and eagle from the beginner quests. However, the big downside is the fact that they don't really feel like real pets because you cannot even access inventory space within them. If you finish all of Lorna and Pan's quests, you'll get a free broomstick pet that actually has an inventory space, making it feel like an actual pet. Another free pet that you can get is by clearing one of the game's main storyline quests, known as G17, aka Chapter 5, The Saga. You only need to clear part 1 of the G17, The Saga, to obtain this pet. Finishing the story will net you a Pegasus pet, which comes with benefits of an inventory space and a summoning attack that happens when you summon the pet. Great for when you're in sticky situations. And one last free pet that I'll mention is that, well, actually there's 2 of them. Tia and Fez, both obtained from doing the Festia. They're cute little elf fairy things that not many people actually know exist, so getting this is kind of a bit of a long con, but you have to participate in the Festia events. Learn more about that in the descriptions below. Tip number 7. Guilds and just asking vets. If this video hasn't answered any of your questions, then there are certainly other players who could. Finding these players? Well, you can join a guild. Guilds exist in Mabby to bring players together in order to socialize, run raids, or just hang out in Discord. There are so many players in Mabby who are willing to lend a hand if you just ask. So, hit them up in the official Mabby Discord, Reddit. There are many different ways you can do this, guys. Someone will always come help you. Guaranteed. And fun story, I was walking around Tyr when I ran into a player named Mizuri who was basically kind of giving me advice. He even gave me a free bow and arrow, which was extremely kind of him. I think we definitely need a lot more players like Mizuri, and thank you so much, Mizuri, for being so kind to me. Stay wholesome, friend. One last and final tip that I have for you guys is, and it's going to sound a little cheesy, but play how you want to. And it's very much true. We're all looking to video games as a way to kind of enjoy our time and kind of take away from stress, and if you're already stressing in Mabby, then you're definitely not having fun. Mabby has so much to offer for new players, and I just barely scratched the surface with the game, so enjoy your time on Mabby, and if you see me around, don't be afraid to say hi. I am Lightsnake on Alexandria, or New Light on Now. And if you guys want to see more content, you can always subscribe to this channel, or you can check me out on Twitch at Lightsnake with 2 E's at the end, so don't forget that, guys. I hope you guys found this video informative, and I hope you all have a good one. Take care.